Good evening and welcome to Nomad News. Alright, so today on Nomad News we're going to be talking about the fact that Anthony Joshua was involved in a fatal car crash for two of his friends and he was injured himself. So yesterday I came across this post here and talking about Anthony Joshua was involved in a vital crash where a coach and a close friend of his have lost their lives due to this crash. So the details of the crash are as such. Anthony Joshua was a passenger in a SUV in Nigeria. Due to excessive speed, the lads blew out a tyre, which then had them slam into a stationary lorry. The impact from the lorry was so bad that it killed two of Joshua's friends, one who was a coach and one who was a close friend. And they've been around Joshua for years, helped him train, all this other good kind of stuff. So these are known people to Joshua, not just some randoms. The person who survived is the driver and Joshua himself, who has been badly injured. If you see some of the clips online, he's been injured pretty badly. There has been an update on Anthony Joshua, who is in good health and stable condition, but is being kept in hospital for observation at this time. Pretty much covers what's going on, but the situation itself has turned into a bit of a political one. So a lot of people from the area and the country are pointing out that there is no emergency services, there is no paramedics on site when there's two people dead on the street from this crash, and there is no emergency service help. They have to drive him to the hospital himself, and they could have been waiting hours for ambulance to turn up, which is funny to me because that seems to be something that's going on over there. But we have the same problem here in the UK. Like emergency services, they are there obviously, but at the moment there's such a big waiting time for ambulances and stuff like that a lot of people are being left to either sadly pass on or be in incredible pain for hours waiting for emergency services. Since I'm using the platform to talk about it, I would like to send my condolences and my thoughts out to the families at this time. It must be a very difficult time for you. To also the friends and family of Anthony Joshua and Anthony Joshua himself, and the driver and anybody else impacted by the situation. It's an incredibly sad day. It's not something you want to wake up to hearing about this, but luckily we haven't lost one of our great all-time champion boxers here in Britain, so there is silver lining in this. It's interesting that it's happened shortly after the Jake Paul fight, which does open up some conspiracies. Some people in some posts may have been a little bit hectic or a little bit getting a little bit ahead of themselves, and that Jake Paul could be involved after this, and maybe not so much being about Jake Paul, but there could be the system behind it, that Anthony Joshua was upset because he didn't stick to the script of this fight. But I don't know how much to look into that. I don't really think it's a tasteful thing to be talking about, but I thought it's worth mentioning because it's online anyway. Days like this make you appreciate life because it can be taken away from you so quickly. Like Anthony Joshua is so lucky to be alive. Like he's lost a coach and a good friend. Both of them are good friends, team members and good friends. He's just lost. Like he was in that car and witnessed two people that he loved and cared about die right in front of him. So the mental anguish, the trauma, the mental health and depression he's going to go through, just because he's going to be feeling guilty that he survived, and why would he survive and not his friends? Why was he chosen and not them? So that's going to drive him crazy for quite some time. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in Anthony Joshua's shoes right now. This is a tough one, and we wish the champion well, and hopefully get back on his feet soon, and hopefully see him in the ring again soon. But who doesn't ever fight again? I don't think that can be held against him really. Not even just with the physical injuries, but the mental anguish that he's going to be going through. For a man to go into the elite level of boxing that he's known for, to go back into that, I don't even know if he could, or if anybody could. So if we never see him fight again, I don't think it could be held against him. Not at all. This is a crazy situation and quite a sad situation, but all we can do is try and appreciate life and live life every day like we don't have tomorrow, much like I'm sure Anthony Joshua is going to be feeling right now. And yeah, what an incredibly sad situation. Anyway, that was the first episode of Nomad News. I'm Nomad Willy, and we're out.